Check, check, mic check. All right. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. So Colin is not here. He is out on a 7.5-hour bike, followed by a 2-hour run. Wow. I mean, honestly, I give him the golf clap, because honestly, that's something I will never be able to accomplish in my life. That's just something I ain't into, man. That's a long time. That is a long, long time. If you are hanging out with us today, welcome. It's just Joe P here, talking about a couple things with the market, seeing what is going on. We have a couple things here. First off, there was a lot of FUD in the market. I'm going to go I was pulling up articles, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pull up this article and this one and this one and this one. They were all the same article. They were all saying exactly the same thing. Nothing different, just saying it in a different way. So I'm going to go over that for sure. Kyle, what's up, brother? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the party. Appreciate you being in here. Colin is not here today. Like I said, he is out on a long, long bike and followed by a long run. He's actually supposed to be moving into his house right now. So there's a bunch of people over at his house right now moving him in. I was over there yesterday. Their new house is nice. They did a good job. Jesse did a good job. Figure that out. So it's just me today. As always, Saturdays are going to be awesome. They're going to be ripping. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, of course, drop them down in the chat as we get going. Like I said, there's a couple things I do want to talk about me personally and where I'm feeling where we're at in the market. Of course, yeah, bearish for sure. But there's positiveness to the bearish. Just talking to a buddy of mine a little bit ago. We were out on the course, and he was like, hey, crypto markets are down, man. Are you selling? I'm like, selling? Selling? No, that's not even a thought in my mind at all. There's nothing that I'm thinking right now of like, hey, now it's down. Now is it time to sell everything? The only thought that maybe I could see if you're going to sell something is if you're like, you know what? I don't care about this project, which we have none of those at this point. I don't care about this project. I'm selling it all just to get some capital for when it goes lower, I can reinvest because I don't have any other money. Like that would be my only thought there. But we're not doing that. The crypto boys are not doing that. I actually just bought more VeChain the other day and some more Harmony. I mean, how can you pass up Harmony at 4 cents? It's ridiculous. I mean, that's a steal. That's an absolute bargain of a price. I mean, we love Harmony, so of course that's why we talk about it on this channel all the time. But we do have a couple of things to talk about today. So let's pull up the actual markets here, shall we? Yeah, yuck. It's not what we want to see, but it is what it is. So can't change that. Market cap right now, $1.26 trillion. Not great. Yeah, Kyle, I was out in the 90-degree heat golfing a little bit ago. It was hot. It was very, very hot. Yeah, I think I'm burning up on the inside right now, actually. Bitcoin dominance, 44. That means that out of all of $1.26 trillion, it makes up 44% of that. ETH is down a little bit at 19%. This is one thing I do want to talk about too is Terra. I do have an article that we're going to talk about Terra. Of course, everyone's talking about Terra, about how terrible it is, and it's not going to come back and whatever else. That may be true. However, when I looked this morning, it was up like 1,600%. So had you invested maybe, I don't know, $100 into it when it was at that bottom of like, oh, it's never coming back, even though there's negative, going on with Terra, like, I don't personally think that they're going to be able to continue with the stable coin, the algorithmic stable coin, bring it back to life and do what they were doing previously. I think it's done. It's dead. It's not going to happen. But people are trying. They're trying. What they did was they stopped the minting and burning mechanism. So instead of having like billions and billions and billions of Terra coin, making each one less and less valuable as they do it to try to get that peg back up, which was just absolutely spiraling out of control. They needed to stop it. What happened was, basically they stopped that mechanism. And so when people bought it at that bottom, once they stopped it, it did tick up quite a bit. So something to be said there. Yeah, Coinbase did suspend trading of Terra and USDT. I did see that. I'm pretty sure Binance did as well. So you can't buy it on either of those platforms at this point. I think you can still get it on crypto.com. I tried looking at it earlier. I think you can still get it on there. I believe Voyager, you can still get it at this point too. So if you want to make a real risky trade, knowing that your money might go to zero, we were talking about it the other day. We have a buddy that put $100 in and he 10x'd it. Or no, it's $200. He 5x'd it. I'm sorry. Made $1,000 overall out of the whole thing. So really $800, but whatever. So, there's possibility to make a great trade right now, and have it be super beneficial for you. So I'm just saying, there's blood in the street. We get it. It's terrible. It sucks that this has gone out of control with the death spiral, I guess, if you want to call it that. However, there's always possibility. So, okay, yeah. So you can do it against BUSD. Now, here's my thought with the algorithmic stablecoin. I just don't see that ever being a possibility to be a stablecoin. Like, I understand the concept of it. However, why are we even trying it again? It's failed multiple times now. I understand that they wanted to have the Bitcoin backing, which was going to be the first company to ever do that with the algorithmic stablecoin. But it's just at the point now where it's failed multiple times. Terra being the biggest one of all of them, of course. I mean, Terra was like a staple name. Everyone was talking about it. It was a great project. No. What is the ruling in China around Bitcoin, Kyle? If you could drop that in the comment, I would love to hear that. I have not heard what's going on there. However, with the stablecoin, back to that as Kyle's getting back to me, why are we not just using USD or USDC or USDT? Tether, I'm not a huge fan of. I think it's very costly to use simply. But USDC is clearly the biggest guy in the game right now. Like that's who you want to put your stables into, if you're asking my personal opinion. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do, but if I was going to hold a bunch of stables, that's it. That's it right there. Now, everyone is, I saw a lot of articles saying stablecoin, the only thing stable about them is the name. Yeah, well, I understand where they're coming from if they're new to the space. If you're not new to this space, you understand, like, hey, no, the stable coins are useful for things. You have to use them for on and off ramps. It's a great place to just kind of keep your cash on the sideline. But the algorithmic stablecoin is not your traditional normal stablecoin. So I'm beating a dead horse here, of course, almost literally. But let's see. A high court in China is saying Bitcoin is protected by law and has economic value. Dude, that might be the most bullish thing that I have seen, A, all day, and B, to ever come out of China when it comes to crypto. So what I'm thinking here is, yeah, we're deep down in the trenches right now. Things are down. Things are down for sure. But if you're going to have China come out and say something like that, to say that we actually believe in Bitcoin. I know we stopped the mining 6, 7, 8, 12 times. However, we believe that it might have some value to it. That's bullish, and that makes me want to just get on the train more. I mean, I'm already on the train. I'm trying to drive this train as much as possible, but now is the time. If you have capital, if you have reserves on the side, get it into crypto. Get it in crypto. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing as much as I possibly can, to scrounge up any extra cash and get into crypto in one way or another. You can turn your 2 or 5 grand into 50 grand right now. Like, this is the time where you will build that wealth. Everyone says this is the time to build generational wealth. Yes, because it's actually true. Like, there's not many other places or any other times that I can do this as a physical therapist or Colin as a gym owner, unless he charges everyone at the gym like 20 grand next month without them knowing it. But that's not going to happen. Like, things like that don't happen in the real world. So this is our opportunity. I think it's your guys' opportunity as well. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to the Crypto Boys today. That's why you're here on your Saturday. Hopefully the weather is nice. We talk about weather a lot here, and it is freaking hot today. Woo, is it hot? All right, back to it. Bitcoin sitting just south of 30K. I am so astonished that this thing is just hanging on. It is bouncing back. Ethereum, $2,000. Let's look at Bitcoin's chart, actually. Over the last 7 days, yeah, it's taken a little bit of a bounce. We will pull up the trading view here in a second. It did break support here at this really this number right here, where my lateral line is at here, this 30K. Has been so much resistance for so long. It was a little bit of support, and so it's really, really interesting. And let's see, Kyle. In the actual trial practice, the People's Court has formed a unified opinion on the legal position of Bitcoin and identified as a virtual property. Cool. Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm gonna have to. We'll probably make a video on that specifically because I would like to, get versed on it and kind of dive into see why they're all of a sudden flipping the switch into China saying that. I mean, great stuff, fantastic. You can't argue with that. All right, back to CoinMarketCap. All right, so yeah, USDC chilling at $1. Tether just south of it, but that's completely fine. That's okay. BNB, I feel like it was a week ago when it was over $400, is now down to $288. XRP sitting at 40 cents. Cardano sitting at 50 cents. Solana south of $50. I am surprised that Dogecoin is still alive, but here it is sitting at 87 cents. Or I'm sorry, 8 cents there. Shiba 0.000000000 coming to zero soon. Crypto.com, Kronos is at 18 cents. A lot of people like talking about Litecoin. We don't have any Litecoin for the crypto boys. Nothing against it by any means. I'm a big fan of Crypto.com over FTX simply because I don't use FTX to trade at all. I don't think there's anything against it. I've heard a lot of great stuff, low fees, which is cool. You can do... Oh, that was a sneeze and a half. That was probably loud on your guys' computer. Oh, that was disgusting. Crypto.com, you can do no fees or very, very minimal fees if you do a bank wire transfer or whatever it's called. It takes a couple days, though, so you have to get it in advance, which is kind of a pain in the butt if, the market is ripping left and right. Monero's up a little bit. Privacy Coin, Decentraland was up 17%. It's basically exactly where it was a week ago because on the weekly, down 16%. On the daily, it's up 16%. So, it's trying really, really hard to just maintain where it's at. Yeah, we do have some Decentraland, actually. That's one of my metaverse plays there. I'm a fan of it. I think it's got a lot of stuff moving in the background right now. There it is, UST, 18 cents, man. Ugh. It's up 12%, though. Still down 81% on the week after that massive spiral of death. VeChain, we're huge VeChain fans here. HBAR, we're going to do a video on HBAR as well. That's at 9 cents. All right, let's go down. I do want to pull up, let's see, Harmony, wherever that is. It is dropping like a rock on the market. It is at 4 cents, 4.5 cents basically, down 38% on the week. A lot of stuff is down on the weekly. Very, very interesting, isn't it? The other thing I do want to say, though, is when it's red, yeah, blah, 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 you want to buy, blood in the streets, we get it. However, what I do want to say is that there's never been a time in the world where, everything just always goes good. It always goes green, whether it's your job or your career or your family life or your home life or whatever else it is. Ask yourself the question, I guess. Has there ever been a time, if you can think of a moment or an incident in time where everything was always green and positive the entire time? Please drop it in the comments because I would be super interested to hear your opinion on that because it just never happens. There's always downside. And when you hit that downside for the first time, you think to yourself, this is it. This is the end. I will never recover from this. And maybe there's been times where people give up in that time and then they never recover from that. However, the crypto market, it goes in cycles. It goes in cycles and we know it. It goes off of the Bitcoin halving and we know it. It goes through these 4-year periods. And we know it. We're already several months deep into this. So is it going to go up and hit all-time highs from here this year? If we are going off of the previous cycles, if we are going off the 4-year theory, if we're going off of the halving theory, then no, it's not going to this year, which is a good thing because it gives you more time to accumulate positions. It gives you more time to buy up and scoop up projects that you truly believe is going to make it through this bear market. I personally thought that Terra was going to be one of those ones. A lot of people didn't make it, but that just had to do with the stablecoin. So layer ones are going to be around, in my opinion, unless they're number 742 on CoinMarketCap. I don't know what that coin is, but whatever it is, if it's a layer one, maybe that one ain't gonna make it. But top 100, top 200, those guys are probably going to make it through. They probably got the capital to back them. And the support through the community. that's also one of the things I want to talk about is like, you guys have to stay involved. You got to stay with it. You got to keep watching videos. You got to keep learning in these times, because now these are the times where, if you can just learn a little bit more about a different project, maybe you can, really grow your portfolio. All right, blabbing. I got on a little rant there. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Actually, first I want to talk about NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ since January 3rd was pretty much the peak right here is what I wanted to look at. It is down 33% to right here. 33%. It's kind of bouncing back a little bit. If you're looking at RSI, where we're huge fans of looking at RSI for trading purposes, I mean, it is in buy zone. It is now in the oversold, and now it most likely is probably going to come back up. Now, however, we're going through a recession potentially. No one says it yet. We're going through recession. We are in a recession right now in the United States. It is happening. Things are so expensive. Gas prices are so expensive. Food is so expensive, and I feel you guys for it. Like, one of the big things I think that the crypto boys have over all of the other crypto YouTubers, or most of the other crypto YouTubers, is A, we're not billionaires. B, we're not millionaires. We're not 100,000aires. Like, we don't have that extra capital to just be like, oh, gas prices. Well, I spent $164 on my gas yesterday. Oh, no big deal. It's definitely higher than it used to be. Like, we don't got that. Like, we're a normal people. I mean, Colin owns a gym, and I'm a physical therapist. So, like, between the two of us, we're you guys. I mean, you guys probably, hey, maybe you got more money than us. Great. Good for you. I am so happy for you. I want you to make more. However, we're in a recession right now. Like, things are more expensive. If you got kids, things are way more expensive. I mean, hopefully you got enough to support your family and support what you guys are doing. Maybe have a little bit of fun here and there, but, it's tough times right now. Yeah, we are broke. You know what? Thank you, Tanner. Yes. Speaking of rich mofos, that's one right there. Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to brace for the future. If you know a punch is coming at you, like, you can kind of brace for it. So, like, knowing or anticipating, hey, the recession's coming, we're in it, things are going to be more expensive, you can kind of take that with a grain of salt, and now you can kind of push forward. Knowing makes it a lot easier. So, back to the old chartaroos. Here's what we got. NASDAQ down 33%. Wow. Not good, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. In the exact same time frame, January 3rd, we're looking, because I wanted to compare the exact same dates to where we are right now. It's down 39%. Yeah, it was down a little bit more, but right now, comparing it is 39%. So we're going from 33.5% in the traditional finance to 39%. I mean, I don't know if the super volatile aspect is really in play right now. Yeah, sure, it's a little bit more peaky up and down to get there, but it's pretty much in the same ballpark right now, guys. I mean, you have to start to understand that as institutional investors are coming in, that 1.2 trillion, like, it's got to be from somewhere. Like, people are buying it up left and right. It is in the downtrend. I understand that. But institutional investors, like big money, big smart money is what they call it. Big money, massive companies buying it up. Like, it's getting less and less volatile. Kyle and I were having a conversation the other day, and I want to hear what you guys think about this. Is this going to be the last massive bear market we're ever going to have? Like, are we ever going to be able to accumulate a lot of cheap crypto ever again? I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I mean, let's look back at that NASDAQ. If I'm just kind of clicking off here, if I'm zooming out, if we're going to zoom out, like, this has been only up for like a long time. Yeah, sure, there were a couple crashes in there, but like overall, it's only, oh, you guys can't even see. There we go. Overall, it's only up. Yes, we did have this little crash here. Get it? That was in 2020 with the you-know-what going on here. Like a little bit down here, a little bit down here. But overall, you can clearly tell that trend is on the up and up. So eventually, once there gets so much capital into the system, if we're looking at Bitcoin on the, let's look at the daily, it's kind of the same deal for the most part. It's on the up and up. However, it's also got some deep holes and deep pockets. Looks like we were playing around there back in 2018. So it's kind of up, it's kind of down. It's kind of up, it's kind of down. We're getting the bear market still. I really just feel like probably, and I'm just throwing it out in the woods here. I'm just taking a guess. Right here, we're going to have some sideways action for a little bit. We're going to go down. We're going to get to about here, which is my guesstimate of, I don't know, that looks maybe about right. And then we're going to run up. We're going to run up. Yep. So that's my take. Who knows? I'm not even going to tell you a time frame because I don't know. Don't even take what I just said as truth. So NASDAQ down, crypto down, but it's about the same. It's really not that terrible. Code Serial, what is up? You made it, brother. Welcome to the party. I was just explaining a little bit ago, Colin is out on a 7.5-hour bike. I have no idea how his nuggets are not raw. But he is out on a 7.5-hour bike and a 2-hour run with his Ironman coach, so he's not here. Code Serial is asking, and I want to know the same thing. The Crypto Boys want to know, is anyone getting alert notifications? Tanner, if you're still in the chat, are you getting alerts that we're live? I normally do, and I didn't get one. I did not get one just now. So honestly, my personal opinion is that YouTube swings the push out of content. So the only way to combat that, and it's not just us saying like, you gotta like the video, you gotta subscribe to the channel. Yes, we want you to do that, but we want you to do it for a reason, because if you like the video, YouTube sees that people are literally liking what you post, and they want more people to be on YouTube. Like they will make themselves more money if more people are sitting there staring at their phone. So for them to promote something that people like, they want to do it. So you have to push the content out that way. Unfortunately, in a bear market, people are not watching crypto videos that much. They don't want to look at something that is ruining their portfolio. They'd rather watch something else like funny, like, I don't know, whatever. Graham Stephan, he does a lot of good stuff. He doesn't talk a lot about crypto, but he's got other things thrown in there too. So I don't know, guys. I didn't see a notification either. It's very interesting. Just signed up for them a couple days ago, and you have worked for me. Okay, so Tanner's saying that he did get the notification. He signed up with the bell notification. So maybe try it again. I don't know. Ed Money, sarcastic. I ain't got that money. I'm hoping to get the money through crypto. Can I get an amen? That is exactly right. Ed Money, Crypto Boys, not Tanner, but lots of other people are in the same boat, and we're paddling with this little oar that we constructed ourselves, and we are just grinding through this muddy, murky water trying to get ourselves into financial freedom. Like, yes, that is our goal here. We want to try to help you guys find the right projects and put some money into it, or whatever you got to do to get yourself to the point where you can say, you know what, I could literally retire today and nobody knows it because they have no idea that I am crypto rich. Like, that's the goal. That's the secret goal. All right, moving on. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. This is hilarious. Look at these articles. I Googled top crypto news right now. What to know as cryptos such as Bitcoin and stablecoins plunge. Cryptocurrency meltdown and a perfect storm of fear and panic. $1 trillion crypto meltdown. Huge crash. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are down. The future is murky. Everything's going to zero. Blah, 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 blah. We've heard it so many times. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's called FUD. Who made that word up? I have no idea, but they're spot on. FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We're getting a ton of it right now. It is insane how much we are getting. However, that's the time to be accumulating. That's the time you want to be in the space. That's the time that you think, oh no, it's very, very scary. Yeah, well, go do your own research and figure out why is it scary. Don't just read these article headlines and then think to yourself, well, I need to get out, I need to sell. That is not what you should be doing right now. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a physical therapist trying to make a lot more money. This is the way that I think we can do it. This is the way that you guys and us can do it. I mean, is there anyone in the chat right now that's selling anything other than maybe Tanner or someone else that bought Luna real cheap and now it's up, 300, 400, 600%? That might be the only time to sell because you're in profits. Why would you not? We've talked about all the time here. Make sure you take profits. This has to be on the goal of take profits no matter what. If you are in the green, you gotta have an exit strategy somewhat, right? Hopefully you can get to a point to where you double your money, okay? And then you can take out what you invested, put it aside, put it in stables, and then whatever you have left is just a moon bag. Hopefully it goes up another 1,000% and you're the richest person on the planet. But if it goes down to zero, you think to yourself, well, I'm back at zero. Like I didn't lose any money. Retail usually FOMOs in when everything is high. Exactly. Code Serial, spot on at that run. Code Serial is also not selling, DCAing into accumulation. Yeah. Accumulator weight was what I said, man, I feel like probably two months ago. I made like a video on Sunday, and the vibe of it was accumulate more as you go, or wait until a better price because they're coming. And they did, so I don't want to say that I knew this was coming because I didn't. No one did. But you can't go wrong by just throwing a little bit at it, throwing a little bit at it, throwing a little bit at it, and seeing what sticks. As the price go lower and lower and lower, you'll get yourself in that lower percentage point, I guess. Yeah, I think it's going to go lower too. I just have this weird feeling there's not enough volume in the market right now. $1.2 trillion in the market. It's not enough. It's not enough to make this massive run up. However, I'm very impressed that Bitcoin is back to $30,000 again. I think there were a lot of buy orders below $30,000. So when it dropped to 26, almost 25 something, to bring it back up to 30K, that's impressive. And that's impressive all around the world. Like China, the China news that we were just talking about a little bit ago is saying that they're pretty bullish on Bitcoin now. They're turning the corner on that. That's impressive, guys. So you have to be looking at the small things that are equaling to bigger things in the market. Let's see. Got another comment. Close some positions. I didn't believe in anymore, and to put an order for more solo. Nice. See, that's the only time. I was talking about that a couple minutes ago. Is the only time I think possibly it might be a good time to sell right now is to, hey, I don't have any more cash. Like, I don't have any more money, and whatever I'm making right now is going to food and groceries. Sell some of what you have if you're not a huge fan of it for some reason anymore, and now take that and roll it over to whatever project you want now. Solo, great buy. We have a big bag of Solo now. Huge fans of that. We made the video. We made 2 videos on those. It sounds like a lot of people in the chat for those are huge Solo fans. So Solo, Harmony, VeChain. I mean, there's a couple other ones that the crypto boys are super bullish on that like really have that big potential. We bought some Ethereum, which like, again, the Ethereum argument and the Bitcoin argument is like, if it goes back to all-time highs, you're going to at least 2 or 3x. So that's great. That's probably a safe play at this point. If it goes above that, maybe get a 3 or 4x, right? But if you're looking for a 4x, that's great. If you're looking for 50, 100x coins, you're not going to find in the top 10. Like that's not how this works. So you have to know that you're kind of gambling a little bit on some of these other coins deeper, darker in the hole. Silo, for example, for Colin. Silo is much deeper, not Solo, Silo, different coin, different project. He loves himself some Silo. He's made a lot of money with Silo because he took profits. And so that's something you have to think about is how risky am I willing to be? At this point, it's like, dude, who cares? You might as well throw it in there at this point because it's going back up eventually. It will go back up eventually. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next year. I don't know, but it will be going up. Last thing to talk about, back to Luna. Let's see here real quick. Definitely a bunch of things I've closed. We'll be closing. Lower prices are pushing me closer to coins I believe in. Yeah, see, that's not an issue. That's not an issue at all. If you feel comfortable and confident losing this money, even let's say you're down, you put $1,000 in, goes down 50%. You pull all of it out, you buy in at a cheaper price, and it goes back up to your price. You've made your money back of what you lost. So if you can look at it long term of your goal and how to accomplish it, you're fine. You're completely fine with that. Okie dokie. Last thing I do want to talk about was Do Kwon. So I don't know, man. This guy might be going to jail. Not good. Not a good look for sure. But his proposal to basically get this back to normal is to put the holders in charge. I don't think I like that. I think that's his exit strategy to say, you know what? I think it would be best if you guys just took the reins on it. I don't know, man. The revival plan is basically stopping the minting and burning process like I talked about earlier, so that it doesn't continue to spiral. But then he also said down here, even if the UST peg, got a bunch of stuff in the way, were eventually restored after the last marginal buyer and seller have capitulated, the holders of Luna have so severely been liquidated and diluted. Down here, looking, UST holders need to own a large share of the network. As the network's debt holders, they deserve to be compensated for the tokens they have been holding on to at the end there. What that sounds like to me, guys, basically sounds like these guys, they deserve it. I know they lost hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, but they deserve to be a part of this new terror that we're going to have. Well, I don't think so. I don't agree with that at all. I think these people got stuck holding bags that went to zero. It sucks for them. It really does. Like, losing money sucks. You're not going to get that back unless you play this new game. Unless you play a game of throw it in real deep, hope it goes up a little bit. One thing I do not like is what Carl the Moon was talking about the other day. He was saying, hey, I lost $2 million. I'm going to put in, a long position. I think it's a really good opportunity right now at $6 or something like that. I'm going to put $50K in there because it doesn't mean much to me. It's a small percentage of my portfolio. I don't even care. It's less than 1%. So I'm going to put this long in. If you guys want, use my code on Bybit so that you can do the same thing. And then it tanked even further. And later in the day, he said, I lost more money. Oh, well, no big deal. It sucks, but I lost, over $2 million. Like, dude, no, don't tell people that. Don't tell people I lost $50,000 or $2 million, and it's such a small percent. It's smaller than 1% of my portfolio. Clearly, you're a billionaire. We get it, dude, but, like, we're not. So for us to lose $5,000 or $20,000 or $50,000, normal people are going to be like, ooh, well, I'm kind of wrecked, and now I'm destroyed, and now I got to sell my house and my kids and my dog, which, maybe that's the thing to do, but who knows exactly. I don't personally. We are going to open it, and by we, I mean me and the mouse in my pocket, to Q&A, guys. If you have other questions, if you have other comments or concerns, hopefully you guys liked the quant video that Colin put out. Like, dude, there are some quant people out in the universe. They love quant. You guys love quant, man. That thing was hot. That video took off. People really, really loved that. So we had the Sologenic, we had the Cardano video that I put out, and then we had the quant video this week. Awesome stuff, guys. Like, you guys were on it on those videos. It was probably one of the best few videos we've had in a little bit. So love to see the community back to us. We're going to keep up with the community posts because you guys been ripping on those too. That's awesome. Do really appreciate that. If you have not subscribed to the channel thus far, you might as well. If you're hanging out with the Crypto Boys, do it. Love it. We will earn your subscription at some point if I can get those words out of my mouth. If you haven't liked the live and you're hanging out with us right now, smash the like button. We appreciate that. It pushes out this content so that YouTube will push it out to everyone in the YouTube universe, and we do appreciate that. Let's see what we got. Quant has a whole army. Yeah, so did the MTV mob, and the army kind of switched on us when we said kind of a scam project. But yeah, Quant definitely has an army, no doubt. I mean, it's really cool technology. You go back and watch Colin's video if you don't know what Quant is. It's awesome. It's awesome, and a lot of people are forward thinking on it, thinking that like this is going to be one of the next big projects. Like people were saying it's patented. They got all these things rolling in the space there. Love it. So yeah, Quant. We're gonna have more videos on that for sure. We're looking for basically the coins that you guys want us to talk about. So if you have other things and you're like, yeah, we want you to talk about X, Y, or Z. We got Telos, we got Near, we got Phantom, we got Waves, possibly Tron. There's a couple things on our list right now that we are going to talk about moving forward. Next couple weeks for sure. We got these videos coming out. Next question. Is solo your riskiest play? Let's see. Between the Crypto Boys, like that we have bags together, I think solo is probably our lowest market cap project, if I'm not mistaken, right now. Colin has Silo. I have a couple of things that are pretty low too. He has a couple. Just like, if it takes off, it takes off. It could 10x tomorrow. It could 1,000x tomorrow. It could literally go to zero. I'm not saying solo or Silo, but yeah, together for the Crypto Boys. Oh, the Crypto Boys right here. Yes, it is. Yeah, yep. UOS, that is on the list as well, or it was. I don't know where that list is, so I'm going to put it on this list right here. We'll talk about that one as well. We'll make a video. A lot of people are really talking about it. That and Steppen app, or Steffen app. This is H. I don't think there's an H in there. Steppen. People really talk about that one all the time, so we'll maybe do some of those because it's just hot. It's new. Everyone's on it. Is one your most bullish play? Dude, the most bullish play? That's like saying which one's your favorite kid. Like you can't make us pick our favorite kid. you probably got your favorite kid, but to say it out loud is like, nah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno here. If you do have kids, you know what I'm talking about when I say we don't talk about Bruno. But bullish plays, probably Harmony is up there on the list. I mean, Ethereum is like, yeah, it's a safe bet. We got that. Solo, I think we're extremely bullish on. So, I mean, the bullishness on a scale of 0 to the running the bulls in Mexico, the stampede where everyone runs down the hall. I think we're very close to the stampede thing on pretty much all of the projects. That's why we buy them. We don't buy them because we're like, yeah, other people talk about it and they like it. That's cool. That's good. No. We don't do that. We look at it, we research it, and then we go, all right, well, do we have a price that we like? Are we there? Can we buy it? Let's do it. That's pretty much what we do. We do our research, and then we discuss a price that we are happy with. So that's where we're at. Impossibly Possible said solo holders are also receiving monthly Corium airdrops. Yes, correct. So if you have solo, or if you don't have solo, go back and watch our video. I can even link it in the description after I'm done here. It talks about how to make the trust line for Sologenic and Corium on, what do we use? Zum Wallet. Yeah, Zum Wallet. And then you'll get free airdrops. Dude, free money, free passive income. Corium could be massive. It could be huge as well. So, that's definitely pretty bullish. We're bullish on that, and we don't even have any really, other than the airdrops that are coming through. Let's see, Code Zero. How much money would you need to make in crypto to never work officially again? Everyone has different answers. That's a good question because me personally, I would be too bored not doing something. So like I would find some work to do regardless. But if I had $100 million in the bank, if I cash out, if I have, $100 million in crypto, I think I'm probably set. I don't think I could burn through, knowing that I have children and knowing that I have family and knowing that I have other things that I could, use this money for in the future. I don't think I could burn through $100 million. I truly, truly believe that. People win the lottery and they think that, oh, I got, $500 million. I'll never burn through that. And then they burn through it in like a month or two. Like there's so many stories on that. I just think that like the people watching this video and us crypto boys, like it couldn't happen. Like we're too financially educated. Would I buy a lot of stupid stuff? Yeah, probably. I probably would. But I wouldn't go buy a mansion that costs, 80 grand a month to just sustain. Like that's not sustainable unless you make all that money all the time. And for you to make that money all the time, like you have to own some massive business. I hate to say it, but crypto could go up, it could go down. So that's scary to me. $100 million, I guess, is my I'll probably quit my job. I'm quitting my job at $100 million for sure, and I'm finding something different. Maybe I'm going to be teach people how to fish in our, somewhere in Florida or something. I don't know. I don't even like to fish, honestly. I think it's too boring for me personally. Not a big hunter, and I'm not a big fisher. Not because I don't like either of those things. I'm all for it. Do your thing. Here in Iowa, everyone loves hunting, fishing, loving every day. But it's just too boring for me. I don't like sitting there. I like doing stuff. That's why we did CrossFit for so long. That's why we worked out for so long. That's why Colin's doing an Ironman, I think. I don't know. I don't know why he's doing an Ironman. He doesn't even know why he's doing an Ironman. Next question. Cold cereal coming in hot again. I'm not big on privacy coins because of regulation. Might kill them. That's a good thought. What are your thoughts? I'm strongly considering the DERO and XEQ. Now, the only privacy coin I've ever looked into is Monero. I like the idea of it. I really do, but I don't have a reason to like hide all my stuff. Like have this privacy. I understand people's concern. I personally don't have any because I just don't really believe in it right now. I don't know. It's just not my thing. It's not my cup of tea. It's not Colin's either. Doesn't mean it's wrong or right. It's just not what we have. We don't have any. Yeah, so yeah, officially, yes, you got it. Yeah. So that's my take on the privacy coin. I think it's cool, but like why? Why are you having a privacy coin? I don't really understand what people need to hide. Are you hiding your money from your wife or something? I don't know. Maybe that's why you're doing it. If you guys are still in the chat, guys, smash the like button. We do appreciate that. It does help out the channel. Let's see. What else is going on? Yeah. It's not about hiding for me, but I think others will buy into it, raising the price. Yeah, so that's why you get into crypto, is because you find the trends before they're even trendy. You're the guy, hopefully you're the guy, and we're the guy that, was like, oh, that's a pretty sick song. You like that song? Well, I was listening to that song 6 months ago, and now it's super popular on the radio. Well, I'm out now because I already made my money. Switching back over to crypto is where you want to be. You want to be on the other side of all the rumors. So I agree. I just don't think that privacy coin is our way at it. We got a couple L1s and Solo and other things like that. Geo, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining. No. Yeah. Hop in. Anyone can have some questions right now. There's a lot that we talked about today. If you are just hopping in right now, it's been 40 minutes already. Wow, time is freaking flying. Holy cow. Talked a lot of stuff about Luna, what has happened, how they're trying to reinvent the wheel and make this thing keep running and running and running. I just don't think it's going to happen, but you can still make money off of it. Like if it's going to go up another 600% over the next couple days, they stopped the burning process and the minting process. So there's possibility of that happening. Heisenberg, I really don't get how people who won millions with lottery burn through it within months. Why should you start spending like a man? I agree with you. Like I have the same exact thought. Like how do people burn through $500 million? Like what did you buy? I think it always comes down to like, they get addicted to drugs, is what I've seen, is that people get addicted to drugs, they spend money on it, or what happens is they buy something that they cannot continue to pay for. Like if you have $500 million and you buy a $100 million mansion, and the taxes you have to pay on it, like over the next couple of years, you will run out of your money. Like you don't have that money anymore. Like it's not continually coming in. So to live below your means, not even really below your means, because your means is so massive. Like live normally. Don't live luxuriously with crazy cars and crazy houses, and you'll be just fine. You'll be totally fine. Let's see. Code Serial, totally into L1s. We are too. We love layer ones and L1s. We were talking about a mixed bag of getting a bunch of L2s, but we never pulled the trigger on that because we think the layer one is going to be better long term. Let's see. Geo missed the entire chat. You can always go back, brother. You can always go back and listen to everything that I said. Let's see. Riskiest play is Glitch. Yeah, Glitch is a good one. I made a video on Glitch 2-3 weeks ago. It was paired with something else. Risk to reward, current rate is pretty good. Of course, not financial advice. Nothing that we have said on this channel or in the chat or actually ever is financial advice. So yeah, don't think that we're talking about financial advice. Let's see. We got maybe 2-3 more minutes. My wife is with my family actually right now. I think eating lunch or something. I don't even know what they're doing. I gotta go meet up with them. Probably go home and shower because we golfed this morning. It was like 1,000 degrees, sweating bullets. I'm not a great golfer. I don't typically golf my ball the whole time. I usually play like best ball with my buddies. But I had 3 pars in a row. Like, guys, for me, I'm like literally the average Joe. Like I have a lot of, I think, pretty straight, decent shots. Driver could use some improvement for sure. I can't putt worth a crap, but typically my irons are pretty on. Today I had a couple in a row where I had par. So pat myself on the back because I'm pretty proud of that. I actually had a birdie look, 2 of them, but I suck at putting. So, all right. Anyone else got any coins? Yeah, does anyone have any coins that's going to 100x? Because everyone wants to know what that is. If you have your 100x coin and you're hiding it, you're being selfish. You need to tell us right now what your 100x coin is. Drop it in the comments right now. I know that Gio's going to say Solo. He loves it. Get better soon. Crazy that you follow my friends. Yeah, we've known. I don't know who Impossibly Possible is. I don't know how you know Gio either, but we've known Gio for like 100 years. We actually have a video of Gio literally almost dying trying to re-rack a 315 barbell from overhead. He was doing like a 2-rep jerk. Speaking of CrossFit, Mike Gabba. What's up, brother? Don't know if this was said, but putting a small amount into Luna is here a possible turnaround. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about one more time. I talked about it a couple times today. I know a couple people. One of them in the chat. He actually just said, hey, Gio, what's up? I I know people that are taking advantage of this massive dump. So Luna was up here. It dumped down to basically zero, but they stopped the minting and burning process that will continue to spiral down negatively, in my opinion. So I think it's either pretty much going to stay where it's at, or if you look this morning, it was up over 1,600% from like 0.00004 cents to like 0.00016, you know, so like 4x or something like that. When I was looking at it earlier, back and forth, the numbers are like goofy in my head, but there is potential. I don't think it will ever run back up to over $120 where it was like all-time highs, but I think there's definitely possibility for money to be made. Now, am I telling you you should put $1,000 in right now? Absolutely not. I think, you know, like $50, $100, like $200 if you want to be real risky and put a big bag in there, fine. However, there is money to be made in the market. You know, it's just you can't just sit on it. Like now is not a time to just sit on it. Oh yeah, 10 years I'll have more Bitcoin. No. The Luna play has to be like a swing trade. Like you have to know when you're getting in and know when you're getting out. You know, so you got to be real careful with that. Yes, impossibly possible. Hopped in with the solo content. Happens to know Geo. Yeah. Let's see. Cardano. Yeah, Cardano has been a stable coin for like a long time, so we're not worried about that. That'll go up. Goes back to 0.01. We would already be in a good position. Yeah, see, you know, that's the thing, guys, is where it's at right now in the market. Luna has potential to make gains, but it will not go back over all-time highs. That's like people that own Doge saying, if it just goes to $1 because I have 10 million coins, I'm going to be so rich. Yeah, but like if you look at the tokenomics, like how many coins there actually are and the market cap and like what it needs to do that, it's just not really possible. Like it's not going to happen. I guess it's possible, impossibly possible, so to speak. Thanks for joining the chat. But before I finish this thought, if you're still watching right now and you haven't liked the little video, exit out of the chat or whatever, or the live, give it the smash, like the video, and then hop back in. You know, so yeah, in my opinion, you know, there's definitely money to be made right now, but it has to be quick swing trades. You're probably not gonna get lucky unless you're playing the long-term goal of next bull run, which, you know, 4-year cycles probably gonna be for a little bit. If that is the case, yeah, I don't think Luna Inu is gonna be your best bet right now. That anytime there's an Inu, I go Inu. That's not gonna happen for the crypto boys. We don't own any Inus. I thought about it one time with the Floki Inu. I was getting messages all the time on the Crypto Boys account like, Floki Inu, it's the next big thing. Buy it now. And I'm like, no, not going to do that. Let's see. One more minute, maybe 2 more questions, something like that. And we got to go. We got to bounce. Joe's got to leave. I was supposed to help Colin move into his new house. I did yesterday. Moved a bunch of stuff. Super helpful. Colin was super helpful. He stood there with some bolts in his hand and kind of gave it to me as I'm putting these chairs together. I'm actually surprised between the two of us that we were able to put these chairs together. But yeah, I think that's it today, guys. So as always, you guys are rocking it. Like you guys are in it to win it long term. Appreciate our buddies Tanner and Geo for hopping in. Nothing against all the other guys that were here. Code Serial, Impossibly Possible. Everyone else, we appreciate you being in there too. You know, and dropping comments. Like this is what keeps the Crypto Boys alive, honestly. Not because we're not going to produce videos, because we put out videos every single day. But this is what keeps our channel alive when YouTube's like, no, man, we don't like this crypto stuff no more. Like, we need you to like this crypto stuff, YouTube, because we need people to know how to make more money. Like, this is our plan. Let's see. Last thing. Thanks for the Kadena video. Got 50 plus hours trying to learn what makes it different. My little brain, it's next level. Can't fully comprehend. It's going to be deep into. Yeah, that's why we like to do the deep dives. Like, that's why we first started doing the deep dives is because we did the same thing. We're like, oh my God, we are literally 30 hours of looking up different information on all of these coins, and we don't even know how to present this information. So we started doing deep dives, took the useful information. Is it a good coin? Is it a bad coin? Are we going to buy it? Should you guys buy it? Is it going to rip in the future? Like, that's kind of the gist of our deep dives. We tell you this is where it's at, this is the market cap, blah, 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 and then we go from there. So hopefully those are helpful to you guys. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions or anything like that, go back through the stream. I know it's a long stream. We talked about a lot of stuff. But yeah, that is it, guys. So as always, thanks for being with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube. We're out. Peace.